Well, we're talking about your process. You know what? Let's do this. Let's talk pre-baby. What does your workday look like, and then post-baby. So pre-baby, you've written the second novel, overcome that incredible hurdle, and then here we go. You've got a process down right before the pandemic and the pandemic baby that I assume throws some wrenches and things. What does it look like beforehand?
So beforehand, I split my time. I do half time with editing with the book packager, which I love. It's really, it's just a totally different way of expressing creativity and experimenting with stories, and super fun and collaborative. And then the other half is my writing time. So I definitely find that my brain works best in the morning. So if any of this is unintelligible, then I plead the fact that it is nighttime and my brain is word soup. So usually I try to get as much writing done as early as possible, like starting over breakfast. And I find that I can usually write for 3-ish hours at a time before I start to get really, like, my brain just starts to wander and I can't muster that kind of really intense concentration that you need to draft or to edit. And then I usually spend the afternoons doing something that allows me to ruminate on what I've been writing and what I'm going to be writing the next day or the next week. So oftentimes that's like something with my hands, like baking or walking my dogs or working in the garden. Something that doesn't require a lot of brain work, but is like, it's like very fertile ground for those kind of ideas to soak into your brain a little bit. Like sometimes when you think too hard about something, it just eludes you and you need to like do something else and let your mind wander for a while and it'll come back to you. So that's kind of how my writing days are structured. Before baby, after baby, those lovely afternoons of baking cookies and whittling away the hours in my garden, they have gone. They are dead, RIP. So, when things shut down, we didn't have, my parents are local, but they didn't want to see us because we didn't want to risk giving COVID to them. They didn't want to risk giving it to Luca, the baby. So there were a few months where it was just me and my husband, and he was working insane hours. So it was basically just me, which was not the image that I had in my mind of what our childcare plan was going to be. And then fortunately in the summer when he was about 5 months old, we were able to find a amazing nanny. Chloe, if you ever watch this, I'm totally always indebted to you forever. Who would stay with Luca half-time so that I could start writing and working on both The Mending Summer and the book that I'm writing now. And so my routine now is whenever there's a moment that somebody else has Luca, I do as much as I can as quickly as I possibly can. And you just have to, your routine is your baby's routine, and you can't control your baby's routine past a certain extent. So, daycare closes, I don't get any writing done. I'm sure that there are writers out there who can write during nap time or, for 20 minutes while their baby plays in their crib. My baby doesn't play in his crib for 20 minutes and I can't, nap time is for cleaning the house and cooking the meals. So I just write whenever I have the chance, basically.
Fair enough. Well, lots of follow-up questions about that. One, well, I guess there is no way to answer how the baby changes your pandemic experience. Part of me thinks that might almost be the ideal time to have a young child, because you're going to be mostly cut off from the rest of the world for a solid year. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, no, it's true. I think having a baby is a very insular time. It's like a time that you are turning inward and nesting anyway. And so there were ways that it like felt like, you know, why not? Like, this is a good time. Like, we don't have to make excuses not to fly to people's weddings. Great. And my husband was working from home. And so even though he was really busy, there was still another adult in the house, and that really helped to keep me sane. And it was just nice to have, like, we had something to wake up for and feel hopeful about because we had to. You know, when he woke up in the morning, we had to be there with a smile on and like ready to help him have another great day in this world that was really new to him. So it kept a lot of the fear and depression and anxiety at bay, having this like beautiful, magical little being to focus on.